Venki, great achievement there to get cricket back to the Chinnaswamy. How did you manage this? After the Stampede, President, you promised it, you've got it back, IPL at the Chinnaswamy. Round of applause for Venkatesh Prasad, man. Come on, come on. Venki, tell us, how did you make it happen?
Thank you. Yeah, it was not easy. Had to work a lot, get all the government agencies together, and obviously, had to meet all the politicians from Chief Minister to Deputy Chief Minister to Home Minister, and then with our interest to get back the game after the unfortunate incident that happened on the 4th of June in Bangalore, just on the outside of Chinnaswamy Stadium, and it was not while playing the match, it was for other reasons. So it was not easy. Throughout our election campaign, the manifesto, bringing back cricket, international cricket or IPL and so on and so forth. So finally, making it happen was a huge task, and we have achieved it. And thanks largely to the government of Karnataka, as I mentioned, the chief ministers and so on and so forth. They were extremely supportive. And not just the government. I received a lot of support from the BCCI as well. They kept on talking to us. They were the line of communication was open between the association and BCCI, and we kept on giving them those reports saying that this is what is happening and so on. Here we are. The inaugural game of IPL 2026 is happening at.
Are you planning to do things different?
Stadium, yeah.
Are you planning to implement new policies for the crowd management and stuff?
Oh, well, no, everything is open. Everything was, we did a lot of changes, of course, yeah, because there was a lot of recommendations from the one-man commission. I don't want to go too deep into it. So there's a lot of recommendations, and we have pretty much fulfilled a lot of them. And, we gave the government the phases in what phase that we finish it. So first phase, whatever we had said, we have accomplished it. And hence, the government is fine with it, the expert committee is fine with it, the BCCI is fine with it, and we are having the match on 28th of this month between RCB and the Hyderabad franchise. And of course, there is second phase and third phase as well. There's a lot of work. What I've seen in administration is, see, as a player, what happens is you're only thinking about yourself. You're only thinking about yourself, how I bowl, how I get wickets, and how I can contribute to the team. And as a coach, you're thinking about the team. You're thinking about those 15 players or 20 players or 25 players maybe. But as an administrator, there is so much that one can do. There's a lot of structural changes that you can do, where you can build academies, you can, give more opportunities. The whole state or the country, if you're in the big position there. So on and so forth. So I think that there's a lot that one can do as an administrator.
I'll ask one of Zach, and you can ask Bhaji. We've got about 10-12 minutes more. You want to ask? Go first.
I have a question for Zach. Zach, you recently went to COE to, to guide the young crop of fast bowlers. So I just want to hear about your thought about the supply line as far as Indian fast bowling is concerned, because we have this Bumrah's workload management issue, and Shami is no longer in the scheme of things. So maybe we need a new set of fast bowlers. So what is your assessment as far as the future of Indian fast bowling is concerned?
Look, there are two aspects of this. One, I was requested to spend some time with the targeted bowlers which BCCI has currently on the roster. So made my time useful that way, just kind of helping them, guiding them, understanding how they are looking at it, where I can come into play with sharing my experiences. When you're looking at pan-India prospect of bowlers coming along, I think, we are sitting very pretty. I think there is enough talent in our country to be nurtured, to be guided, to be advised, and that way you've seen there's a lot of infrastructure also in place to a larger extent. it's just about creating more opportunities, as Venki was mentioning just now. I think more and more people coming in the administrative side of things, who understand, who are close, who possibly have played the game, you know, it's just going to enhance and maybe fast track this process of creating these opportunities, creating the platforms which is going to give opportunities to a lot of the guys who then you can take note of, and then set the processes which is going to really enhance and smoothen their journey of becoming top cricketers. I think we are sitting pretty with that. You know, when you're looking at the talent pool, it's just about time and the right processes to follow, and you'll see some good results.
Maju, Gautam Gambhir was here in the afternoon, and we were speaking about red ball and the 50 over World Cup in 27. Saurav, in that interview, I played that clip, said that Gautam's real challenge will be 27 in South Africa. And he was talking about the dressing room culture and all of that. And I asked him that when the media, when the public says that you are against some players, Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, does this kind of become problematic for you in the change room? And he said, he answered, he took all the questions. Now, and then I asked him, is it only performance? Or is it age? Is it what? How do you kind of, do you, when you look at this current side, you see the way Rohit has reduced and Virat and all of, do you see them in your scheme of things till 27? Do you give India a strong chance in South Africa? And your assessment of Gautam Gambhir as white ball coach?
Gautam, I think he's done a very good job with the team. No matter what people says, you know, there are a lot of people who believe that there are a lot of chop and changes. And of course, everyone have different style of working, and Gautam, knowing him, you know, closely, is a very, very sharp brain. You know, he understands the game really well. He was a captain here. You know, he made this team very, very successful. And I think when he took over as an Indian team coach, of course, you are in public's eyes, everybody have, you know, few things to say, whether good or bad. You have to kind of shut your ear and do what you need to do and focus on the target, and that's exactly what he has done. 2 साल बड़ा सुनना पड़ा, बट लेकिन जब रिज़ल्ट आए हैं तो वो सारे जितने बोल रहे थे ना, और वो सारे चुपचाप बैठे हुए हैं. सो गौतम गंभीर के बारे में मैं सिर्फ इतना ही कहूँगा, वो खेलते हुए मेहनती आदमी था, और आज भी उसकी मेहनत के बदौलत जो उसने करना चाहा, टीम का एक कल्चर डेवलप करना चाहा, वो कल्चर डेवलप किया है. एंड वी हैव सीन द रिजल्ट. टीम इंडिया लुक लाइक द टीम टू बीट इन द कंपटीशन. इट जस्ट डोंट, ऐसे ही नहीं हो जाता है. इसके लिए आपका ड्रेसिंग रूम इज सो इम्पॉर्टेंट. हाउ यू टॉक टू द प्लेयर्स, हाउ यू मोटिवेट देम. You know, playing Abhishek Sharma till the end, even though he wasn't in the form, giving him that kind of a backing, bringing Sanju back in the scheme of thing, you know, it goes on to show that he have great mind, and hats off to his team and the management, how they played this World Cup. I think we are all really proud of Gautam and his team, you know, how well they have played. और दूसरा क्वेश्चन मैं भूल गया जो आपने कहा.
27 वर्ल्ड कप का, do you see, because मैंने उनसे पूछा था age and performance, but like when I see Virat and Rohit performing, it's still 1.5 years, but आप कैसे देखते हो?
See, I think as long as a player is performing and fit to play, I think you should pick them on their performances, not just on their age. I think age is just a number, you know, but what they have is not many have, is the kind of experience behind them. I think if they are playing well, if they're fit enough, India should pick them straight away.
We have 2 fast bowlers on the panel. I would ask both Venki Bhai and Zach about Jasprit Bumrah. I mean, the hard numbers are already there, but Jasprit Bumrah as a fast bowler, and India producing a fast bowler like Jasprit Bumrah, how do you look at it? First Venki Bhai and then Zach.
That's a great sign, isn't it? That India keeps producing, you know, players. It's not just fast bowlers, players, be it batters or spinners or fast bowlers. So everybody were saying, obviously, at one time, who after Kapil, then came Srinath, and who after Sri, then came Zach, then Ashish or Ishant, and after that who, Shami was there, and his partnership with Bumrah. If you look at all these bowlers, whoever I mentioned now, I think they just keep it so simple. They don't experiment much. They just beat a T20 or a ODI or a test match. They just keep bowling the same line and length. They don't change much. That's something which I'm not seeing with a lot other fast bowlers. They try to experiment a bit too much. They try to do a bit too many things, not understanding their own strength. Whereas the names that I mentioned just now, I think if you look at their career, look at their bowling, their lines and lengths, or the wicket taking, where they've taken those wickets, it is either bowl, corded slip, or LBW. So they just make sure that they keep it very simple, and they're obviously, all the names that I've mentioned, their seam presentation was just incredible.
Zaheer, are you worried about India's red ball? I asked Gautam, he said, look, transition is something I have not publicly spoken about, but you've got to take into account transition. If you compare the team that played New Zealand to the team that played South Africa, you will know how much experience is missing. Are you, say, pitches? Do you need to play on turners? Can you play on good pitches? In England, we played on good pitches, we did well. Are you worried about red ball? And this is not my statement, this is Saurav's statement. Saurav says, quote, he says, Gautam should take the wicket out of his mind. He played on good wickets in England, he had great results. India should not play on turners. Your formula for India's red ball?
I think when you're talking about test matches, when you're talking about red ball, cricket, what is important is the stability, I feel. The more stability you have, identify the players, but you'll have to give them long rope. I think, it's something which is very important when you're talking about red ball cricket. It's important that when you're going through this transition, you're rightly saying, approach the game, set. Often you talk about go back to basics. So you just go back to basics of playing test cricket, right? 2 innings, you got to take 20 wickets. You know that you got to bat long hours and approach the game session by session. All those basic things which you often talk about. Set those kind of goals and then let it simmer. I think, the more patient you are with going back to basics and keeping it simplified, approaching it that way, and understanding that, okay, which are the individuals right now which are going to be the match winners. Understandably so that that once you have a few spots which are opened up, individuals are going to put their hand up and say that, okay, I'm ready, right? So you got to identify to the best of your ability and knowledge or instincts that, okay, these are the individuals which are going to make that impact for the test team, and then you just follow the process, keep it simple, and give some time. I think, once you are able to do that, you will see the tide turning around.
Okay, last 3-4 minutes. Let me give all my 4 panelists here. Bhaji, one minute each. एक story from that Kolkata match जो आपको याद होगा. सब तीनों को पूछेंगे, आप, वेंकी और जहीर, and then Shomik also because he covered. एक story from that Kolkata test match 2001 जो आप कभी भूलोगे नहीं. उस मैच का एक story.
उस मैच का नहीं स्टोरी है, बट जिस दिन मैंने हैट्रिक ली थी वो एक स्टोरी ऐसी है कि जब मैं यहाँ कलकत्ता आया था उस मैच से पहले, हार्डली मेरा कोई नाम था, कोई मुझे जानता नहीं था, बट जब कलकत्ता छोड़ा है तो पूरा हिंदुस्तान जानता था ये हरभजन सिंह कौन है. एक तो ये पहचान मिली यहाँ से मुझे, और एक जो सबसे बड़ी चीज़ मुझे लगता है हुई, वैसे हमारी टीम बस में तेंदुलकर साहब सबसे आगे बैठते हैं, इस तरफ दादा बैठते थे, तो मेरा 3रा नंबर पे मैंने सीट एक ली थी. सबकी सीट अपनी अपनी पक्की है, सबने वहीं बैठना है, और उसमें ऐसा नहीं है कि आप एक दिन इधर बैठ गए, आप एक दिन इधर बैठ गए. नॉर्मली जब आप जाते हो होटल में तो जब सचिन उतरते हैं ना तो लॉबी भरी होती है, सचिन के लिए बहुत आवाज़ होती है, बहुत तालियां बजती है. बट उस दिन जिस दिन हैट्रिक ली थी उस दिन सचिन से ज़्यादा तालियां मेरे लिए बजी थी. तो वो मन को ऐसी तसल्ली हुई कि यार जितनी सचिन के लिए तालियां बजती हैं, ये उतनी वाहवाही आज मुझे मिल रही है। आज तो कुछ खास हुआ है, और वो तब जाके महसूस हुआ जब मैं कमरे में पहुंचा हूं, तो वहाँ पे वाजपेयी साहब का ऑलरेडी फैक्स मेल आ रखा था मेरे पास कॉन्ग्रेचुलेट करने के लिए। तो मैंने कहा वाह, एक कहाँ से शुरू किया था सफ़र और आज किस मुकाम पे बैठे हैं कि देश के प्रधानमंत्री आपको बधाइयाँ दे रहे हैं। तो ये छोटी सी स्टोरी थी जो दिल को बहुत लगी कि आज कुछ किया है।
बहुत बहुत अच्छा। Zahir, before I go to Venki, Shobik, you will get yours as well.
See, for me, I think the real story of that series after Lakshman and Dravid's that whole day batting knock, has to be Bhaji. There is no doubt about that. 32 wickets in that series, making a comeback. I'll share a story of Bhaji just before the series. If he remembers, he had come to Delhi. Zimbabwe का जो टेस्ट मैच चल रहा था, bowling के लिए आया था. I think you're staying with Ajit because he had some game to go to. UV was also there and he was going for that run. And he was मतलब बहुत ऐसे होता है ना कि बहुत ज़्यादा परेशान था कि क्या होगा क्या नहीं, पता नहीं, कि लाइफ ऐसे मकाम पे थी कि कहाँ यहाँ से कहाँ जाएगा ये पता नहीं था वैसे. तो उस टाइम जब ये टीम में आने के लिए उसने मेरे को एक अपना बैग दिखाया था कि एक वन बैग ही इज़ टू कैरी. you'll remember that. बिल्कुल टूटा फूटा सा था बैग ऐसे, लेकिन कहता है कि ये बैग ना मुझे हमेशा याद दिलाता है कि मेरे स्ट्रगल के डेज़ क्या है. मतलब जब तक ये 32 विकेट्स लेने पे आया ना चेन्नई में, जितना हम टाइम बिताते गए साथ में और आपको ज़्यादा जानने मिलता है आपके कलीग के साथ, तो उस टाइम तो कलीग था लेकिन फिर बिल्कुल अच्छा यार बन गया. तो उस टाइम फिर ये स्टोरी सुना रहा था कि मैंने कहा यार ये किड बैग में क्या रखा हुआ, तो ये कह रहा है कि देख इतनी अच्छी सीरीज़ गई है, लेकिन ये चीज़ हमेशा मुझे याद दिलाती है कि मेरे स्ट्रगल वाले दिन क्या थे. सो दैट बैग आई थिंक आई एम श्योर ही मस्ट बी कैरिंग इट स्टिल. It used to be always in his kit bag and that kept him grounded. तो वो जो सीरीज़ है ना, वो जुनून के कितना करो या मरो का जैसे उन्होंने बताया ना, तो वो हम सब देख चुके हैं कि कितना badly he wanted to achieve, कितना badly he wanted to perform in that series and Team India benefited.
Venki, आपका एक स्टोरी.
Yeah, see, I've already shared a couple of, stories like my partnership with Lakshman or a drop catch on day 5 just before tea. What I remember about this series is it was full of changes in the bowling aspect. The first test match we lost at Mumbai, so there was Shri, Ajit, Rahul Sangvi, they all played, and once we lost, the bowling the lineup completely changed for the second test match. It was Zach, me, Venkatpati Raju came in, okay, and of course Bhaji. I don't remember. Bhaji, did you play the first test match?
Yeah.
Okay, so Bhaji was the only common factor.
5 wickets.
Yeah, survivor.
और last test match में सिर्फ मैं था.
And last match again everything got changed, where I was dropped. Venkatpati Raju was dropped after winning the test match. It was Zach alone, the lone warrior. And Nilesh Kulkarni, Sairaj Gokhale, everybody. So when we lose a test match, in those days what used to happen is when we lose a test match, it is not because of the bowlers. Whatever it is, the bowlers would get changed. They would change the bowlers. I mean, you can't touch a Rahul Dravid, you can't touch a Saurav Ganguly, you can't touch a Sachin Tendulkar or a VVS Lakshman. So who is the scapegoat? Okay, drop the bowlers. So that's how it was actually. So all 3 test matches, it is different lineup, and I would like to say one more thing. We won the test match. The team was not decided. They had not announced the team. We had to fly the same evening. I suppose it's the same evening that we flew to Chennai. So the whole team left, and nobody knew the team, right? And we have checked into the hotel in Chennai, and then we got to know the team. That I am not there and Venkatpati Raju is there. So we have flown to Chennai to play the test match, but we are not in the team, and then we had to go back to our respective places. So that's how it was.
Show me your story.
Tongue firmly ensconced in check, we as reporters contributed in a small way to that win. What happened? I mean, even after the declaration, very few thought that Australia, that famed Australian batting lineup, would fold up inside 5 hours, and also in Calcutta, it gets dark pretty early. So what happened after Justin Langer got out, Mr. Dalmia, who was the board president, then Mr. Jagmohan Dalmia, came to the press box for a customary meet and greet. And he came and sat, and Justin Langer got out. And we ensured he was there until the last wicket fell.
Okay, my 30 seconds before we close. S.K. Bansal was the umpire. And he told me this story later. In the evening, he went out for dinner in Park Street. And Park Street always has a one-way traffic. So Mr. Bansal's car wrongly entered a one-way street. So the police sergeant stopped the car. And the driver was told, ye karo, paisa do, license do, jo hota hai. So the driver turned to Mr. Bansal and said, sir, kuch to boliye. So he said, RoKo. So he gets out of the car and he goes to the cop. Before even he said anything, the cop says, aap umpire the kya aaj? He said, हाँ. He said, आज के लिए आपके लिए कोलकाता का सब रास्ता खुला हुआ है, चले जाइए. So that was S.K. Bansal in that match in Kolkata. Ladies and gentlemen, absolute joy to have these people on this panel. Oh, fantastic.